Hi everyone, welcome to Advice to Think Twice. This is Monica and I'm doing mid-monthlies for September. So we're looking at the end of September. Well, the rest of September from whenever it is that you're watching. And this will be for Gemini, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs. And as always, just keep in mind, take what resonates as it resonates with you and be sure to watch all your signs. Nine of Swords, what are you anxious about, Gemini? The special will be running only until the end of the month, and then I'll be done. And yeah, please make sure to like, share, comment, subscribe, and thank you to everyone who has. Nine of Swords, Five of Cups. We'll see if they pop back out in the reading, but there could be some anxiety going on. Overall loss. Feeling like there's unfinished business with something, or you lost out on something. I'm using the Tarot of the Dream Enchantress for the main spread and the Secret Tarot, the mini version, to clarify. Sorry, I'm just checking on Charlie. He just sat down in the chair next to me, so I'm just trying to make sure he settles down. So what is going on? The Ten of Pentacles. Do you feel like you missed out on your happily ever after, or what's going on for Gemini? Gemini for the rest of September 2021. There we go. Oh, sorry, I just gave my I gave my boys kisses and then I've got hair on my face. Eight of Swords. Yeah, Six of Cups is the challenge. Five of Swords crowning you. Death card in the Foundation. Five of Wands in the past. A lot of conflict. Queen of Wands in your near future. How you see yourself, we have the Hierophant. In your environment, we have the Two of Swords. Page of Wands in hopes and fears. And in the outcome, the Four of Wands. Okay, well, the good news is all is not lost, Gemini. Oh, and the Lover's at the bottom of the deck. This is your energy, Gemini energy, but it's also talking about soul ties, soul mates, soul contracts, partnerships, and making choices that have very long-term consequences, for better or for worse. It's also signifying head or heart decision. So, Gemini, it looks like you're still very much in love with someone that you thought was a missed opportunity, or it's just never going to happen. It might have been because of something you said or you did, and now you're kind of thinking back on it, and it's like, oh, I really shouldn't have said that, because they're probably never going to talk to me again. Current situation is the Eight of Swords. The Eight of Swords shows up when we don't want to look at something. Usually we don't want to look at something because we know we're going to have to make a decision, or we know we're going to have to take action with something. It's feeling stuck, but it's voluntarily being stuck, right? And it's like I don't really want to pull at the thread of why I feel stuck, because I know that I'm keeping myself stuck. Does that make sense? The challenge is the Six of Cups. So you've been avoiding someone, or you've been avoiding your own feelings, or you've been avoiding opening up to something because you already know what you want. So it's like, I haven't been looking for anything else because I already know what I want. I already met the person. I already know the situation that I want. But for whatever reason, it ended. Death card in the Foundation, the reason for everything. We have Scorpio energy. There was an ending here. Someone put like a full stop on it, or it felt like a full stop, right? Five of Wands in the past. You might have been single and dating, just having fun. Again, not looking for anything, right? Or this could have been some inner conflict. Could also have been, I feel like what has been happening recently is you started to look around you, right? The Eight of Swords energy. You've started to look around you thinking, like when you see couples, you know, when you see couples and you think, oh, well, good for you guys, but why can't I have that? You know what I mean? Or people doing great in their jobs, or people making a lot of money, and you're like, well, yeah, great for you, but why can't I have that, right? There's a little bit of that going on. And I feel like that has started more recently. And as soon as you opened yourself to those questions, this past person or situation kept popping back up in your mind. And that is what you are or have been avoiding looking at. Does that make sense? Crowning you the Five of Swords. Why? Because you're still bitter about it. About how it ended, about what was said, what was done. I feel like, because this is like just borderline nasty when there's an argument, right? I know exactly what to say to hurt you completely. Whether or not I mean it, I don't care. I'm going to say it because I know it'll hurt you. That kind of thing, right? So I don't know what happened with this ending. Whether this person betrayed you and you're still bitter about it, no matter how you feel about them, right? Or they walked away, they ended things, and you're like, what the hell? But that was just, it was just done. And it's easier to be angry about a situation than to feel the grief over it, isn't it? And I feel like that's what you've been doing. In the near future, we have the Queen of Wands. Aries, no Sag energy. I don't know if the Queen of Wands is the same person, because we have more wands in here. The same person from your past that you're still very much attracted to, that you're still very much drawn to. Maybe they have fire and water in their chart, or it just represents the fact that there's a deep emotional bond there, and there's also intense attraction to this person or this situation. So you could be meeting up with this person, because I feel like it's not just communication, right? It could be a meetup. Whether you bump into them, because there's also an element of chance here, whether you bump into them or it's intentional, there could be a conversation, a face-to-face conversation. I feel like it would just be, or it could also be you admiring this person from afar. So you're starting to check their social media, try to figure out what they're up to. Before deciding if you're going to reach out to them or not, or if you see they're going to attend some sort of an event, you go as well, hoping to bump into them, kind of thing. I don't know. How you see yourself, we have the Hierophant. And the Hierophant is, how you see yourself is ready to settle down, ready for a commitment, ready for a family. You feel like you've grown up a lot, you feel like you know what you want in life, you feel like you're ready to settle down, bottom line. In your environment, we have the Two of Swords. The Two of Swords, I feel like it's difficult to figure out what this person's up to, because either they don't show it or they don't post it. When you look around the situation and try to figure it out with the Two of Swords, there's not a lot that you see. They could also be blocking energy or missing each other's calls or texts, because there's something where you don't see each other, you don't communicate, you're not on the same page. Let's see what else. Hopes and fears, we have the Page of Wands. Oh, okay, so if you're hoping for them to communicate, for them to reach out to you, maybe you're liking a post or something, doing something subtle, you know, but not really you reaching out to them, right? Because you're hoping for them to reach out to you. Oh God, hold on, I'm just being kicked out of my chair here. Oh man. Bear with, just 1 second. I have 2 chairs in my living room, one for my work desk and one for my desk here. And they're both occupied, so I have to stand. So lovely. Right, if you're hoping for this person to reach out to you, there's nothing. Okay, that's what that is. The hope is for communication. But the fear or anxiety is, I think I'm going to have to be the one to reach out. I don't know if you're the one who put a stop to the situation and you were kind of nasty about it, and now you're like, well, it kind of makes sense that they're not going to reach out to me because they probably think I'm going to bite their head off. So I think it'll be down to me to reach out if I want communication. In the outcome, though, we have the 4 of Wands. Now it can be get together, it can be reconciliation, it can be attending an event together, it can be going out, but or visiting each other type thing. It's definitely a meeting, and there's celebration. There's happiness, there's celebration. So if this is something that you ended badly, I'm gonna be honest, because it made you so angry. I feel like there was either an unfair situation, look, 10 of Wands under that, and the Moon under that, and the Queen of Cups, the King of Cups, sorry, my bad. Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces, Cancer again with the Moon. There was, something was going on. Either it wasn't fair, or it wasn't balanced, or it wasn't right, or someone was holding back, or accusations made with the 5 of Swords there. And I feel like it just made you angry with the 5 of Wands. It just made you angry. You put a stop to it. Not in a very nice way, if I'm going to add. And you've been trying to run away from that person. And it turns out, no, you can't. There's still feelings there. And so you're still drawn to this person. And you realize that if you're going to talk to him, it's going to have to come from you, because they're just not going to reach out to you after what was said and what was done. But if you do reach out, it looks like there's a good chance for coming back together, whether to make peace and move on or to reconcile. It still looks like there's a lot of feelings there still, so I'm leaning more towards reconciliation, starting over with that energy, moving back in type thing. It's a possibility. If this is in a work situation and there's been a lot of conflict as a result of an ending, so I don't know if someone left their job and that impacted your work, or something in your contract ended, or something along those lines, right? There was an ending, a big change. It just threw you in a tailspin. There has been conflict since, not seeing eye to eye to people, not getting along with people, not being heard, not being acknowledged, not being respected. But you still love this job, or you still love this company, or you still love what you do. And you don't want to go if you don't have to, right? And also, you've been there a while, you know what you're doing, you're enjoying it, you don't want to have to leave. And then in the near future, there's this Queen of Wands, whether they're male or female, this is someone new coming in to fill whatever role ended, if that makes sense. And then that to you means, okay, I can stay here then. I don't have to go. I can just continue on with my commitment and stop looking elsewhere if you have been looking elsewhere. And you're hoping that communication goes well with this new person, and it looks like you're going to mesh well together, you're going to work well together with that 4 of Wands. They're going to appreciate you, they're going to value you, potentially promote you, or definitely celebrate you in some way, acknowledge you in a public way. Okay, so let's clarify. This is so uncomfortable, guys. But I don't want to pause it and get back to it, because it's a new software to me, so I don't know if I pause it, if I lose this or whatever. So we're just going to have to power through. What is this Eight of Swords in the current situation? The Eight of Swords. You're feeling stuck in a situation and you don't see a way out and you don't see a way to change it, but also you're not aware of what's coming in, okay? But you haven't really, it's almost like you hid away in a way, right? Not looking at how you can change this even, because you're like, I'm not interested, I don't want to look at anything, I don't want to deal with anything, I'll just be here in my own little corner and hope this changes soon, hope this improves soon. Six of Cups as the challenge, the Knight of Swords. Yeah, I feel like Knights represent changes, so there's a change happening. Things are happening quickly. It could also be some sort of chance encounter or someone talking to you about this person or about whatever this is. Also, the challenge with the situation you're in is that there's been a lot of conflict and you have a lot of time invested there, but there's been a lot of conflict to the point where, like, I don't even know what to do. Let's clarify, and I'll separate the scenario so that we don't get confused. What's this Death card in the Foundation? Yeah, the Seven of Swords. Someone was deceptive, someone was holding back, someone was getting away with more than what they should, someone was too suspicious, someone was making accusations, someone was cheating. And there was an ending as a result. The Five of Wands in the more recent past. Yeah, we have the Lovers again. You might have bumped into this person, or again, you just see couples everywhere if it's in a love sense, and you're like, why can't I have that? But then as soon as you start thinking of that, this person comes back in your mind and you're like, I don't want to deal with that. But then you're like, why don't I want to deal with it? Why is it still there? Maybe there's still feelings there, if we're going to be honest with ourselves, right? The Five of Swords crowning you, the Knight of Cups. Yeah, you're thinking about making amends, you're thinking about making an offer, but then with the Five of Swords, you're like, I wonder how it's going to be received because of everything that's happened. And also you struggle with being vulnerable. You struggle with you being the one to reach out. Because I feel like that for some of you, what happened, you were innocent in the situation, because that's why you're so angry about it still. You were innocent, right? And whatever happened, that's why you're angry. You didn't do what you were being accused of doing. You didn't cause any conflict. You didn't step outside the relationship. You weren't doing whatever this person was accusing you of. That's why you're so angry and bitter. And that's why you struggle with you being the one to make the peace offering, or you being the one to talk about reconciliation, because you're like, it shouldn't be me, I was wronged here, it shouldn't come from me. But then the other person, and you know this, they are not. You made it clear that they need to forget you exist, and you know they're not going to reach out to you. The Queen of Wands in the near future, the Two of Swords, the Tower, and the Eight of Cups. Yeah, I feel like you're trying to let go of the conflict. You're trying to move away from what happened in order to reach out to this person and see if you can start over. And for others of you, I definitely see a chance encounter as you're traveling, while you're out and about. You don't see this coming. The Hierophant, that's a lot of cards. In How You See Yourself, we have the Six of Swords, the Three of Swords, and the Hangman. Yeah, you're trying. You see yourself as, okay, I've learned from the situation. I want to heal from it. I want to move on from it. I don't want to be stuck in this hurt and pain, and I don't want to be stuck in this anger. I want to move on from this. I'm ready to make peace. I'm ready to heal. whether it's yourself or the relationship. Or heal and then go find this person, or heal and find someone else. The Two of Swords in your environment, the Emperor. This is, it's Aries energy, but it's also, yeah, you're not going to hear from this person because they too are very stubborn. Could be the same person here because, again, we have fire sign energy. And someone who's very blocked off, closed off, guard up, ready for a fight. I do feel like you locked horns with this person pretty badly. And they will not reach out to you. I feel like if you see them, they don't see you. And if you see them and you wave or you smile or something, they just turn away. The Page of Pentacles. The Page of Pentacles. The Page of Wands. The Five of Cups. So the fear is, I'm going to have to be the one to reach out, and what if they reject it? Because you're like, I cannot. I can't handle that, right? And yeah, we've all been there. It's unpleasant, to say the least. So the fear is, I hope they don't reject it. And the hope is, I hope there's still something there with that Five of Cups. There's still 2 cups standing right behind you. I hope that they feel the same, right? The Four of Wands in the outcome. Flipping heck. The Nine of Cups. That's good. The Fool. And one more. And the Devil. And the Devil is the counterpart to the Lovers, with the Four of Cups at the bottom of the deck. On again, off again energy. I feel like you get the yes. Yes, they feel the same way. Yes, they want to start over. Yes, they want to jump into this again. Yes, there's still a lot of chemistry and attraction and passion there, as well as feelings with the Nine of Cups, don't get me wrong. There will still be a little bit of a power struggle, I'm not going to lie. But I feel like because of what happened, you have learned how to communicate differently. And there still might be some control issues there because of someone's insecurities. But I do feel like there's still feelings there, so you just need to figure out a way to kind of work that out if this is what you want. It looks like this is what you both still want. Okay? So there's one scenario. For others of you, either you're reaching out to this person, they're not responding, or they have blocked you. But then, I don't know if there's someone new coming in with that Fool energy, or if you're looking at someone else, because the Devil can talk about 2 choices, and the Lovers talk about 2 choices. So maybe you're trying to figure out what's going on with the past, and the past is not having it, or this person that you have such a history with, and there's a lot of conflict there, and they're not having it, and then you're like, okay, that's what I needed to know. You just made my choice for me, and I feel like you could be taking a chance on someone else. Water sign energy, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. So that's one. In terms of work, yeah, there's been a big change, a big ending, a big change that has impacted your work. And there's been a lot of conflict since. Instability, conflict, tension, nasty words said despite the fact that it's a work environment, to the point where you're like, I don't want to go, but I need to see what else is out there because I don't know how much more of this I can take. Looks like there's this new person coming in. Someone's bitter about it, but that's not your problem. And I feel like it's the end of the instability. I feel like you mesh well with this person. They are proceeding with a commitment that was either promised to you and then it just never got delivered by whoever it is that you were dealing with. They're delivering on that. I feel like this is a manager that went away and then someone else came in and they were incompetent. I'm sorry, I'm just going to say it, and childish and immature and just very unprofessional. And there is this person coming in now where that is their role now. They will be there permanently and they're a proper manager is what I see here. And so you're happy you're not having to go anywhere. And also, you're getting either a promotion, a raise, a bonus, or at least public recognition, some sort of a public award from this new person in recognition for how you kept things going before they got here or something like that, in recognition for all your hard work with the devil, all the extra hours you've been putting in, or all the sacrifices you've been making. So that's awesome. Okay? So I feel like either way, you're moving on from a troubled time that you've been stuck in, mentally and emotionally. Okay, so let me know what this is about and how it makes sense too, if it does, what you're dealing with. But I hope that the reading helps you if you're dealing with this type of situation. It's turning around for the better, guys. If it's to do with love, I feel like you're gonna have to be the one to open up a little bit, to take some sort of an action, make some sort of a gesture in order to get your answers here. Either see that the past is not having it and they're still stubborn and too proud, in which case you're free from that. You can be done with it and move on to someone else. Because I see some sort of what was I gonna say? Celebration. You're happy. You are freed from a toxic cycle or a toxic person. So for some of you, you're going off and being single and enjoying life with the Nine of Cups, but you're happy. You're not doing it to run away from something. You know what I mean? And for others of you, you're like, okay, you made my choice for me. I have this other person that is actually a lot better for me. Not so much with the mind games, not so much with control issues, not so much with insecurities. I'm going to go over there. And like I say, it looks great for work, so hang in there. Hang in there. The right person is coming in to just restore things to some level of normalcy, professionalism, where you can just get on with the work and not with the conflict and the mind games and the nastiness. So that's awesome. Okay, I'll leave it there for you, Gemini. Let me know what you think. Be sure to watch all your signs, make the most of the month, and I'll see you soon. Bye for now.